Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Enjoy the Bounty of Planning with Tonisha Taylor. So how is everyone? I know we're all kind of in a really weird new normal now where it might seem like planning is a waste, frankly. But I think that when things are in flux, when there is a crisis, like a global pandemic that's happening, actually is probably as good a time as any to try to figure out what one's plans are and how you want your life to actually function. And so I wanted to go ahead, and I know for me, it gives me a little bit of stability if I can look at my bullet journal and see at least that I had a plan. Even if the whole plan goes to crap, at least I had it, right? There was some kind of starting point where I was like, okay, well, this is what I was gonna try to have happen, and then whatever else happened, but I had something that I was trying to accomplish. And so I think now in this moment is a great time to think about your plans as that. Your plans are something that you're trying to accomplish that, in the best case, they are your best case scenario, right? In the best case, you're gonna do, these 5 things or these 3 things, or maybe just this one thing, right? And so you still want to make sure that you're doing some planning and focusing on what that possibly is, especially if you are now an academic who's working from home. So whether you are a graduate student or you're tenure track, or you've got tenure and you're post-tenure, you're mid-career like me, or you are a lecturer or an adjunct, it might be even more important to do some academic planning and think about the way that you plan your life out now, because you are working from home and there seems like there's a lot of distractions, especially if you were the kind of person. I have a lot of my friends and colleagues who were never right at home people. They always wrote at coffee shops, and I would be so envious of them, because if I went to a coffee shop to try and write, I would never get anything. I never got anything done. I would try it, and I never got anything accomplished. I'm the kind of person who, to be effective as a scholar and a writer, I actually need to sit at home with no TV, no radio on, no nothing, and just sit there in the sunshine, ideally. My desk is, as you can see, gets a lot of good light. I just need to sit and just do it, just get it done, right? I'm one of those kind of people. I can maybe sometimes have a little bit of music on, but it has to be only instrumentals. It can't be anything with words, because as soon as words happen, then I get distracted, right, in the middle of my writing. So, and I figured that out a lot about myself personally a long time ago. So the crazy thing is, being shut on the global sick and shut in list, as we all are, right? Being shut in, is, for me, I'm the kind of person that this is perfect, right? This is the perfect kind of writing time for me, because I'm like, woo, let's get it done. But I know that's not everybody's jam, right? So for those of you who might be the kind of people who wrote best in a cafe with, the espresso machine going and the dishes clanking and the people talking and the music playing, right? I don't have a good suggestion on how you might be able to approximate that. I don't know, I don't know if there's a playlist of cafe sounds that can help out. But I would say try to figure out what it was about that coffee space or that cafe space that made it good writing space for you? Was it the seating? Was it the sound? Was it the lighting? Was it actual people, right? Or was it just the sound of people, right? If it was just the sound of people, you might be able to approximate that with some other options, at least for an hour or two a day, so that it kind of helps you out a little bit, right? I saw on social media somewhere where someone said that the thing that they missed was actually just the playlist at their local coffee shop, right? And so, you know, if you have a locally owned coffee shop that you went to, reach out to them and see what their playlist might have been. Maybe they can tell you, right? And if that same local coffee shop is still doing delivery or carry out, you know, go there, get a cup of coffee, come back home and do the writing that you need to do. You know, if you were kind of person who was a chain type person, so you went to one of the big chains like Starbucks, their playlist is actually available online, so you can go get it, right? And then make your coffee at home. Perhaps. I don't know. Give it a shot. See how it works for you. So those are I'm kind of starting out my April plan with me video with that kind of advice. For the month of March, in my bullet journal, like a lot of people, I had a bunch of big ideas, and frankly, actually, my university closed on the 12th, and so it has been that ever since. There are some things that I thought were gonna happen that didn't. There are some things that I thought that were gonna happen that did. I did start kind of coming up with some ideas for a possible project. I was invited to a couple of projects that I'll be working on. So it's funny, this kind of, for the month of March, is what my bullet journal used to look like in terms of having notes and note pages in between the weeks, which is kind of interesting. Being at home has meant that I've been able to kind of go back into more of a researcher and less of an administrator, which has been kind of interesting. So we'll see how much of that pace I'm able to keep up and what happens. I certainly am planning to try. So I am going to use for my bullet journal layout the monthly April sticker from the Happy Planner. This is the memory keeping book from a couple of years ago. I think this one is from, I don't know, maybe like 2 years ago, maybe like 2016 or something. Oh no, there it is, from 2018. This is the one from 2018. So I'm gonna use this sticker here. And then I'm gonna use this color block, or the color story book from, this one's also from 2018. I actually bought this book for these pages of stickers. Okay, I really loved these kind of turquoisey colors, these kind of ocean colors, these black sketched palm trees, you know, these ocean colors. This is exactly, these pages right here are the reason why I actually bought this book. So I'm really missing home, so I want to do something with that layout. And then from the Capital Chic Designs, I'm gonna use this blue because this kind of reminds me of the ocean. Blue labels and these numbers to date out the monthly calendar in order to do my layout. And then I have my Tombow pens. I'm probably gonna stay with these blue colors, and then my Stedler fine tip pens that I'll be using as well, my Crayola color pencils if necessary. So these are going to be the supplies for the layout here. And then in my happy planner for April, I've already started doing a little bit with the stickers. I'm actually probably going to end up decorating this a little bit more because I'm not going to campus and I am working from home more. So I may end up decorating the actual sort of my administrative calendar a little bit more because I'm at home and it's, I don't know. I think that it might make things a little bit easier for me mentally. And then I will also do the layout for my meal planning calendar, which for this one I use the Happy Planner Fresh Start, the Wellness Edition. And so I think it's really important in this time to also be thinking about and be mindful about our health and how we stay healthy. And so but also making sure to, like, if you had, you know, an entire bag of chips and that was dinner last night or tonight or tomorrow night or whatever night, then that's fine, right? It's not the end of the world, prayerfully, you know, but at the same time, like, making sure that you're doing things that are helpful for your mental health, your spiritual health, and your intellectual health. And for me, one of the things that's helpful is to kind of still try to keep track of that as much as possible. Now, for the month of March, my goal was to lose 10 pounds. I think that was that was one of my goals. And had the month gone differently, that probably would have worked out. But it didn't go differently. It went the way that it went. And I have to say that it's looking like not quite 10 pounds, which would have been about 2 pounds a week. And if I was going to the gym and really working out on the workout plan that I had started at the beginning of the month, I probably would have made it. But my gym and the spa that I use both closed like around the 11th. And so I was already having a tough time getting to that loss. I wasn't gaining, but I wasn't necessarily losing either. But somehow, I don't know, it was weird. It was like around here, I started, like, the pounds finally started to like melt off a little bit instead of yo-yoing. Which I think in here it was just like the stress of trying to do everything, and then here it was like, okay, you know, it was the stress of trying to rearrange everything to go online, and then it was actually around here when I started using my treadmill again like crazy, and especially during the day, and going for walks in the middle of the day, and that made a huge difference. So just not sitting at my desk all day. And so I hope to continue that process. So I did okay on some days, keeping track of the steps, keeping track of the water, and some days I did better than others. This week, you know, as we come toward the end of the week, you know, I obviously still have days left to be able to track. And so still using this in combination with my Fitbit app to track food, water, and steps. And so I plan to continue to do that as I go through April. And my hope is that I actually decided that for my April goals, I am not gonna have as high a sort of a loss that I'm trying to get to. Still trying to lose, but not, you know, not as high necessarily, because I don't really know what the month is gonna be like, but I still want to make sure and have a goal. So my goals were for last month: lose 10 pounds, follow the plan that I pay for because I don't want to waste money, and then work out 3 times per week. So Actually, you know what? I take that back. I am gonna have these exact same 2 goals for this month because I am still paying for the plan. So I need to just follow it. Because again, don't want to waste money. So I think that the things that I'm gonna do to strengthen my mind, body, and myself are gonna be the same. So I'm just gonna hold those goals because I didn't reach them, and B, I think that they're still important goals to have, and I think it'll keep me focused and from going like totally bonkers during this time. So that's gonna be that. And then for March, this is the Stargazer monthly is the one that I use for my finances. So I will write out some financial goals. I love the way that this planner looks. It's so pretty to me. So the way that I use the monthly planner is I write out the bills that are due and the amounts that's due on the day that it's due, and then I put like a little checkbox next to it so that I know when it got paid. This has helped me so much with, interestingly enough, canceling subscriptions that I don't use. So we all have those things that might have been like, you know, it's like, if it's less than $10 a month, right, it's probably just hitting your banking account every month and you're not really paying attention to it because it's like $5 or $10 or $2. Like I had a couple of $2 subscriptions. And so I just went through writing everything down. I started this last year, actually, this time last year, like around the springtime last year in like March, writing out everything and that hit my banking account. And then in April, did it again, everything that hit my banking account. By July, I was like, okay, if between March and July, I had not used that service, I cancel the service. Because obviously I'm not using it. Like whatever that service is isn't part of my actual life anymore. And so one of the things that I did is I used it to really kind of clean out those things that, you know, and some of them were services that I had had for a long time. Like I'd had them like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years, and I didn't even realize I had had them that long until I canceled them. And then the services were like, are you sure you've been a loyal customer for 7 years? And I'm like, no, I've been a loyal payer for, like, I've been paying for 7 years. I haven't been a customer, right? A customer is using a service and I have not been doing that. And so, yeah, so I rant over. So I used this to do that. And then I kept doing it through to really pay attention to my budget and where my money is as the month progresses. Now, on some previous videos, I said that I was gonna try to figure out something for these other pages, these, you know, the daily list pages, and then these notes pages. Still have not figured out what that's gonna be, have no idea. I've tried a couple of things. In March, I actually used these pages to kind of write in just some daily thoughts and journaling around sort of how I'm spending money specifically in response to the coronavirus and like what I'm kind of observing around that. And so I might continue to do that. We'll see. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what these pages are going to be used for, because I don't like the fact, I honestly don't like the fact that like they're here and I don't use them for anything. I have unused pages, which is, it's funny, like these unused pages reminds me of why I don't do a pre-printed planner for my bullet, why I moved to bullet journaling, right? Because in my bullet journal, I might have like one page, and I don't even know if I have any. Oh, I do. I might have one page like this where this page is unused and this page has notes on it. And that's it. Like that might be what happens for like a week, where, you know, or in the month, that's all I have. There's like one page that doesn't have anything written on it, right? Versus something like this, which is, oops, I'm sorry, which is pre-printed, and I have like all of these unused pages because I don't know what to do with them. Or because like the way that I'm using this, you know, it's not a perfect fit for what I'm doing, right? So yeah, so that's why bullet journaling for me, but still gonna figure something out, or at least try to figure something out. So this calendar is it's actually this, which one is it? Hold on, because this is not the cover for that. Oh, I think I actually did a video and then didn't have time to like edit it, so I might not have put it up. Okay, so since I'm working from home and I don't have to carry this planner with me out of the house anymore every day, I did something that I thought might be interesting, especially I know some of us are looking for like ways to kind of keep something that feels like the regular way that we lived our lives in our new work from home kind of shut in life that we're living right now, but also do something different that recognizes the difference, okay? So for me, this is like a really, really small way to recognize that my life is not in its normal place, right? My normal life of using my happy planner for my administrative calendar, in my normal life, I used my sort of pre-corona life, right? My calendar, I used this cover on the front and back of my planner, which is this sort of teal snap cover. And then I carried around with me, which was still like super chunky, I carried around the Hello Gorgeous in the, like basically the academic years. I carried the months of, or the spring term actually, January through May. And actually because we were already starting to plan a little bit for the summer, and originally I was planning to do study abroad, which now isn't going to take place. I was carrying January through July, right? And then for my health and wellness planner, I was just carrying that month. For my budget planner, I was just carrying that month. And then this planner is new, I just bought it. So I saw someone on here in the community who, which in this kind of style of like, is also, you know, catch-all type, or some people call it Franken-planning, which actually I'm not 100% sure what the difference is actually. I guess Franken-planning is actually more what this is. So where you're using different planners for different purposes, but you have them all on one set of rings, so you carry them all with you together. That's what this is. So I saw someone who was showing how you could actually do your Franken planner with all of the covers for those planners, and then have them set on the rings, right? Like you would actually snap them in like this, so that when you close the planner, you had the front and the back of that planner, right? So it was something that when I saw the video a while back, and it was like a couple of months ago, and I'm sorry, I can't remember whose channel it was on, I thought, wow, that's really cool, but my planner is already so heavy that I'm not gonna be able to, that's not gonna work for me, right? Because I carry this to work with me every day. And it's, like I said, it's already so heavy, right? I take it with me when I travel, if I travel for work, when I was going to conferences and stuff like that, because I would still have to do conference calls and things even when I was gone, I would still carry it with me. And this thing, I swear for the Lord, it's at least a pound. It feels like it. That Happy Planner paper is such a great paper, and those metal discs are so pretty, but it makes it all really heavy. And so, but now since I'm home and I'm not going to the office, I thought, well, let me give this a try, because it recognizes that I do have a new normal, right? Things aren't the same. It's not what it was. And so I decided to give it a try, and I actually it's funny, I really like it, because it does, when I close my planner after I'm done using it, it's like a little visual reminder of what was the last thing I did, what was the last thing I wrote down, what's the last planner I worked in. So I love this. I love polka dots. Polka dots is like my favorite kind of design, I guess. And so I bought this planner for that. But I put this cover, I switched the covers up. So I love this cover, this black 2020 cover, and I put this on for my academic planner, because I don't know, it's minimalist and it's pretty and I really love it. But it is not the planner, or it is not the cover for the planner. So this is the this cover goes with this planner, which is just this sort of more minimalist. It's all like copper and everything. But this planner, as much as I love it, and I mean, look at how pretty that is, right? But this is the dashboard, the weekly dashboard style. And this style for weekly work for my administrative job would not work for me at all. Like this would make me nuts. But it does work really great for journaling. So I love the cover, put the cover on my administrative planner, still love this cover. So I put this cover on the dashboard. And this is the one I'm using for sort of my daily Bible verse writing. So I am following the plan, and I will try to see if I can tag her in here by Tracy Johnson Plans. She does a monthly scripture writing, and so she puts out on her Instagram, usually she puts in what the monthly set of verses is. So when this whole thing started and I realized I was gonna be at home and I wasn't gonna be going to work, I was like, let me go back to a routine that I had. I started and then I put it down. I've kind of picked it up and put it down a couple of times over the last, really probably 12 months or so. And I decided I would put it in a planner and do it this way. And really kind of journal more, sort of, this is more about like that spiritual kind of keeping my spiritual health in check, right? And thinking about that, and thinking about that sort of meditation in that space. And so, and one of the things that I always loved, so I know probably a lot of people don't know this about me, but I actually went to a Christian college my freshman year in college. And so one of the things that I thought was really interesting, and I've always thought was fascinating, is this idea about sort of like how monks and nuns would spend their time just writing verses and meditating on verses. And so that was kind of what inspired me to come back into this at this time. So I decided this planner would be great for that. So I bought this planner and I started it on the 16th, which is when my official work from home began, which was actually spring break at my university. And then we started teaching online on the 23rd. So I went back and used it to write in the week before that when things closed. And then just started with the verses after that. The end of the week, last week got kind of crazy, so I didn't write them in. And I decided that instead of going back and writing in the days that I missed, I decided I'm just gonna leave them blank, actually. And what I might do is just write in, actually, I'm gonna do one of two things. Either I'm gonna leave it blank and just hold that blank space as a way to know that you know, mentally I just might not have been focused enough that day to even focus just on writing a thing that was already there. Because I really believe in kind of acknowledging that kind of what that blank space means, right? Because to me, that blank space and that silence means something about the way that my life was going that day. And so I really think that I might just leave it that way. And then, you know, I'll use some other space, and I think I'm going to make sure that's actually what I think I'm going to end up using this space for, is really kind of acknowledging what might have been crazy about these 4 days that meant that I didn't journal, I didn't write the verse, right? I couldn't even focus on that part that day, because some days are like that. Sometimes you just can't, right? So I love this cover for the beginning of April. Coffee, coffee, and more coffee. I just really do. I actually thought about using this as my academic planner month for April, and then decided that I would not do that. I would leave it in here. So I'll probably decorate out these pages as well to be able to get started. So, all right, so that is what the plan is gonna be for decorating our planners. So let's go ahead and start with the bullet journal layout. Put those over there. All right, so the monthlies for my bullet journal, I'm gonna keep this style with the boxes, and then using, like I said, the capital chic stickers for the numbers and the days of the week. I love these stickers. If you can order these stickers either directly from her website or from Michael's, is where I got mine at Michael's. Please do. They're so good. The quality is so yummy. I think you'll really love it if you can get them. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and we are going to speed this along. And then I'll come back on the other side. Okay. All right. So let's get started. Oh my gosh, you guys, I haven't even finished with this layout. I just have to come back and say I'm already so excited about it. And all I've done is do the lines and put down the blue dates, the day of the week stickers. And I'm already like, oh my gosh, this might be my favorite monthly layout so far. I'm loving this color scheme. I am just erasing my little markers. So when I always do it this way, I don't know if you noticed it from other videos, but pencil in my just the corners so that I have a guide to be able to make my boxes. And then you know, just giving the ink a little bit of time to dry so that when I come back and erase off the corners, they don't smudge as much. So and the other reason why I do this is because I'm sure you all noticed that I used my Happy Planner, since it has a pre-printed monthly layout, to figure out how many boxes I was gonna need. And then I completely forgot when I numbered them down the side, the Happy Planner starts on Sunday, not Monday. And so my dates were off. So that's why I had to like keep recounting down here, because I was like, wait, something's not right. Like Thursday is definitely the 30th. And so, so yeah, so that's what that little moment was about. So now I am going to go ahead, and I don't know what I'm gonna put right here. I'll put something there to kind of hide the fact that I connected those two boxes by accident. So, you know, I love to use stickers as a way to kind of hide those mistakes in my bullet journal, because they definitely happen. And it's funny, I have friends and colleagues who are always like, oh my gosh, your planner, it always looks so perfect. I'm like, oh, that's just because I use stickers to hide all my mistakes. It's like my favorite way to hide a mistake is a sticker. It's fantastic. All right, let me go ahead and pull out my X-Acto knife, because this is actually how I get the numbers on, so I can actually see where they're being placed, while also putting them in. And so I think I'm gonna go with, yeah, I think that's actually the same color. Yeah, I was just looking to see if the blue colors of the numbers were a little bit different, and they're not. So let's go ahead and I think I'm gonna go ahead and speed us up again while I put the numbers in, okay? All right, let's get started. put that like here. And then this one on top. And then this one on top of that. Oh, that filled me with glee. Okay, that just made me so happy. Inhale confidence, exhale doubt. I think that is such an important thought for right now in this particular moment that we are in. So love that. I think I want to use this noted sticker as I use this side panel for notes. So I want to go ahead and put this right here. And then on top of that, go ahead and put this, wait, do I want to do that one? Was that the one? No, I wanted to do this one. This clear Dream Plan Do sticker layered on top of that. Okay. Oh wow, this is turning out to be a happy little spread. I'm already very excited about this one. Let's see. I'm trying to decide if I want something down here or if I want to, like, do I want to do like a little palm tree down here with these black palm trees? I think I want to use this one. And then I'll just write in a little something that I loved this month that'll just remind me to kind of stay focused on having some kind of gratitude about what's happening in the world, because Lord knows that's hard to do right now. So I think that'll remind me to do that. And I just realized I did write in the 2 spaces here, and Monday and Tuesday are not the beginning of the month. So let me I think I'll use this "Happiness is a journey, not a destination" quote, Alfred de Souza. Oh, that makes me happy. Okay. I like it. I like it. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's see. Do we want to do any more stickers? So we definitely have others. I think that since I also want to use this same color scheme for the first week of the month, I want to leave some stickers for the month as well, or for the weeks, because I'm also going to use the same color scheme for the weeks of April as well. So I think I want to, I really like this sticker. And it says, "You can never cross the ocean unless you have the courage to lose sight of the shore." I like that quote, but there's absolutely nowhere to put it on this one. So I think what I'm gonna do is go ahead and let's start laying out the first week of April so that we have someplace to put that sticker. All right. And then, so this is my before the pen for the month of April, and then let me lay out the first week in April. So I'm gonna speed you all along and then come back in and talk about how that gets laid out, okay? All right, let's go. Okay, I'm gonna come back in and say this. I think that we all need a little bit of positive thinking right now. And so I decided that I saw this sticker that said positive thinking, positive outcomes, which my mom for years said I was a pessimistic optimist, and she's not wrong. I tend to think of like, okay, what's the worst case scenario? Okay, how can I survive that, right? Like, what do I need to do to survive like the worst possible outcome? And then what comes after that? And so I think that especially in this time, one of the ways that I'm keeping myself from going completely crazy, this is 3 down, is honestly is by trying to keep to my plan, whatever my plan is, just trying to stay on task as much as possible, so I don't totally lose my mind, but also trying to stay positive. And so I'm usually not, it's funny, like probably under normal circumstance, this kind of positive thinking sticker would not be in my bullet journal because it's a little bit too Pollyanna, and it's not what I'm normally a little bit more pessimistic than that. But in a time like this, I think it's important to explore the optimistic part of what my mom always said about me being a pessimistic optimist. Because it's just like what is necessary right now. So plus I just really love that color scheme. It's so beautiful. So I wanted to go ahead and lay this out before I put the lines in, because as you can see, these stickers came down into the days of the week. And so I don't want the lines underneath these star stickers. I just don't. So, because these stickers are clear. So I am actually really happy that I went ahead and laid those clear stickers down first so that I would know kind of where they were in relationship to the boxes and the lines and where they are, because I want that, I still want it to have that like clean look. All right, so probably sometime soon I am going to actually, because I miss it in this journal. I had it in the last Electrum style bullet journal that I used. I had just in the back a layout of like the boxes that I normally did, so that I knew how many boxes down I went on my weekly spreads, like how many boxes across. And then the same thing for my monthly spread. I had just like a layout that told me how many boxes I went down on the month. So my monthly calendar is 7 down, 7 across, except that down here, this last one is always 6. So it's 7 across, 6 down, because it's the last dots that are left for the month. Well, actually not always. This sticker, or maybe it is always, yeah, because this sticker is about the same size as the sticker I used last month. So yeah, so the bottom box is usually 6 down, 7 across. And then all the other boxes are 7 and 7, so they're squares. For the weeklies, I use rectangles, so they are 10 across, so it's 10 this way, and I think, I need to double check and count them, but I think they're 15 down. I actually, I'm not 100% sure because I don't actually count the down. The Scribbles That Matter journal, dot grid journal, has a little marker at the halfway point of the page. And so I use that mark to know how far down to go on the box. And then I go down 3, and so I have like 1, 2, and then the third dot is where I put the line for the monthly or the daily box on the weekly spread. So that's how that goes. So I don't know how big the box is, but like I said, I think it's 15 down, but I'll count it and double check in a second. And then because I do not have things, I try now, and even more now than ever, now that I'm working from home and so I'm at home every day, is to make sure that Saturday and Sunday stay a shared box so that I'm not scheduling in big research tasks, I'm not scheduling in meetings, like now more than ever, because now with everybody working from home, I don't know about you, but I have had more meetings this week as a department chair than I have had any other time in the, I mean, very short time, mind you, that I've been working there, because I just started at my new university on, you know, in August. But like, I've had more meetings and definitely more meetings on Zoom and Blue Jeans in the last week than I think I've had in the last 2 years, which I know I am not alone in these academic streets, but it's hilarious how often that is happening. It's like crazy. All right, so we have that. Now I'm kind of wishing I had put that star sticker down right here so I could put the April sticker across here. Let's see. Is there a skinnier one? Oh, there is a skinnier one. All right, let's see if we can get this skinnier one. because actually, which will actually be fine because we're gonna put the day of the week sticker across here anyway. Okay, so that should work right there. And then let's get the month sticker out of the memory keeping book for the month of April. Okay, here we go. So I don't think I have any more of these. So what's probably gonna happen for the rest of the month is this will be, actually I'm gonna go ahead and put this as far up into the corner as I can get. There we go. Because I have to put that Monday sticker down, and I don't want it to be in the way. Okay, so I want to use from Capital Chic Designs, I think I want to use one of her, I want to use her days. I think those are too blue. Yeah, those are too blue. Let's see. I want to use these, or do I want to just write it out myself? Let's see, because I don't use her, these monthly stickers are too little for the numbers, so I usually use the memory stickers for the numbers. So actually, let's go back and take a look at what are the memory stickers the days. Oh, you can use these. Those are cute. That purple's not bad. I feel like that's too much. I don't necessarily want stars, and I don't want ice cream cones or presents or pumpkins. Okay, let's go with these. I think those will work with the color scheme. And then, yeah, let's go ahead and use these days of the week stickers. Even though I do think they're a little bit dark, I think we'll still be able to lighten it up and be okay. All right, so go ahead and lay these down just right on top of the line. So I don't always do the line on the top, especially lately. I've actually been skipping it and not putting it in. But today I went ahead and did it. And I'm actually glad I did, because I think I like it better. Let's go ahead. Yeah. So I like using the dot grid paper because it gives me just enough structure with a line to be able to draw lines, and then, but not so much structure that it's like the only thing I can see, right? Like, I'm definitely one of those people who, oops, let's drop this since we dropped Friday below the line. Oh no! Let's see if we can kind of get that to come off. There we go. So I'm definitely one of those people who needs the lines, but I don't want to have the lines of line paper because I still want to have like kind of that freedom and that creativity that a dot grid gives you, but not like so much. Like sketch paper is too unstructured to me. I like the guidance of dot grid. It like keeps me sane somehow. Okay, I just had a thought. So Wednesday is the 1st. So March has what, 30 days in it? 31 days in it? 31. So that means that this is gonna be the 30th and the 31st. There are not 31 days in April, so I can use the 31st sticker. But let me make sure in my other memory keeping book, because I have 2 of these, that I have the 30th for this one. I'm just gonna reach over here to my little cart, pull the other book and make sure. Because if I have this one, and I do, yay! So I could go ahead and use the 30th and 31st stickers because I have them. And then I'll just go to that other sticker book to get the 30th and 31st out when it is time to do the end of the month. Okay, let's go ahead and lift up this day sticker so we can get this under here. I'm gonna use this knife so I can position it so I can still see it while I'm laying it down. There we go. Layer that on top. I forgot to erase my little pencil marks on the corners. So go ahead and erase those now. Looks like I might need to put in a couple places. Might want to think about putting some stickers down because I kind of overdid my corners a little bit. We'll see. I think I'm actually okay with it. So I know lots of folks like using tweezers to put their stickers down, and I've tried it. Somehow using the knife, I don't know, feels a little bit easier to me. I think it's also because I find the knife is also effective for pulling up stickers. And so I like it for putting them down as well. And I just realized that my fingers are super dry. Why didn't y'all say something? Kidding. Let's go ahead and one of the things that happens, I think, from just working with paper is your fingers get dried out. So it's kind of get a little bit of moisturizer on there. Not too much because I don't want to have oil stains in my notebook, but I want to also not have dry hands because dry hands is one of the ways you can end up getting paper cuts, and Lord Jesus, what is better, or what is worse, I mean, than getting a paper cut from your journal. Oops. Which is funny. I think if you had asked me when I first started bullet journaling if I would end up bullet journaling this way, I probably would have said probably not. But this, I don't know, it gives me a nice creative outlet as well, which I think is really important, especially right now, for at least for me, being able to like maintain kind of and not go totally stir crazy. It's been really helpful to stay creative as well. All right, so since Friday was so far over, I don't need to layer this one. So I think I'm good with the way that one is going. And then for the 4th, I feel like maybe the same thing. Maybe I don't need to layer it. Yeah, maybe not. I'll let that one, I'll go on top instead of underneath. And then Sunday the 5th, I feel like maybe the same thing, on top instead of underneath. Yeah. All right. Cool. Yay. Okay. So that looks really good already. Let's go ahead and put these 2 books away. Okay. Where's the other book? Here it is. Okay, so I wanted to use this sticker here. So I think I want to put it, yeah, but I want to also put, oops. Actually, I'm just gonna leave that right there, just like that. It is fine. Let's use this corner kind of set of stars. So I always use this bottom space down here for note taking. And so that's kind of what I still want to do. Before I lay that down, let's put one more set of stars down. Come on. There we go. I want to do this set down here. Yeah, that looks great. Okay. And then let's layer this right on top. Okay, and then I will be able to put in my, draw in my lines for my box. So let's actually, yeah, let's bring it up a little bit this week. Since this sticker is not quite all the way down to the end. Okay. Let's do one up here. And then here. Oh, that makes me happy. Okay, let's see. So for the last month, I've been doing my monthlies like this, and I want to keep doing them that way because I like the way they look. So let me pull my stencil out of my other planner. Okay, so I really wanted to do like a little bit of a coffee sticker. And so that's why I'm kind of doing this one. So I think what I'm gonna do is pull this up a little bit and do the Need Coffee underneath this. You know how much I love a nice coffee sticker. At first I was looking for something that would like say noted or whatever right here, and then decided the Need Coffee is something I like better. And I wanted to have like a little bit of like the gold foil as well, because I kind of felt like that was needed over here a little bit. So that's why I'm doing this way. This is usually a notes block. So kind of where I do like some just general writing. And now I'm like, oh, I don't like that. Okay, hold on. And I don't like it because I don't like the dots that are coming underneath, which is kind of hilarious because there would obviously be dots under it if I just put this sticker down. Let me see if I would like it better. It's like something about the fact that it's like the dots and the lines. Oh no. Okay, not gonna be able to use that sticker. No worries. I have plenty of coffee stickers. Oh my gosh. Okay, that makes me happy. All right, ooh, let's cover that up so I don't stab myself, because I've definitely almost done that before. Okay, all right, so this is it for April. I actually feel really good about how this is looking. So this is my before the pen in my bullet journal for April. So I did my monthly layout today and then my first week of April layout. I will do a separate video where I lay out my happy planner calendars. I don't know if I'm gonna use the same color scheme for those as I'm using for this. I usually do different color schemes for each one of the planners because, I don't know, keeps my juices flowing basically. So these are my tools and my stickers that I used for the April layout. So let's go back, and so we use these two. So the thing with the Capital Chic Design stickers is she doesn't name her books. So just look for this one that's got this lady, this little planner doll sitting at a table with a cup of coffee and a book or a journal. It has this February sticker on the front. It's 546 pieces. Oh yeah, because there are a different number of pieces. So like this one has 538 stickers. This monthly book has 536. So look for the monthly book that's got 546. I don't know if you can see that, stickers. And then this sticker book has 223 stickers, and it has this Think Dream Plan sticker right here, which I think I might end up using later on in the month or on another. I think I'm gonna use some of these in my happy planner layouts. So look for those in another video. So I ended up using for April's highlighting the Tombow 552 to do this, and then I used the 243 to do this light green to note that the first 2 days of the week and the last 2 days of March. This Stedler for all of my lines, and this one for all of my numbers. Stencil, eraser, pencils. Ended up using for the stickers, the memory keeping. Yeah, that's the right one. That one. Used a couple of stickers from this one. This is all the stars. And then this color story was where really all of the palm trees and all of sort of the theme layout came from. So these are the sticker books for this month, and these are the pins. All right. So thank you so much for joining me on my channel. I hope that as you're starting to do your layouts for the month of April and thinking through what your plans are gonna be, that you are really looking for ways to enjoy the bounty of your own planning, whether it's research planning, trying to plan around teaching online, or just ways to make sure that you're enjoying your family and your friends and your loved ones and holding them close as we try to stay healthy and safe and sane during this time. All right, in a future video, I will talk about what the actual April goals are going to be in terms of writing, see what we can do and being able to get some things done this week and this month that's coming up. All right. Have a great time. Enjoy the bounty of your plans. Thanks for joining. Oh, before I forget, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell and all that fun stuff so that you'll know when new content is coming out for me, all right? Have a great day. Bye.